Hello and welcome to another special edition of the Eagle's Eye. I'm your host, Evan Laux, and with me today is a journalism and digital media senior, Jordann Lopata. Jordann, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
So I want to start by asking off, how did you find Ashland University? I know you're from out of state.
Yeah, so my junior year of high school, so I'm from Pittsburgh, and they had like a college meeting thing in the city, and I went, and Ashland was one of the schools there. And I originally was looking for a nursing program, so when I was there, I was just kind of looking at all the schools that were there. Ashland was not my first choice. I actually wanted to go to Alabama really bad, but money was just not good, so I chose Ashland for the nursing program.
You started off as a nursing major, didn't you? What kind of made you decide to switch over to JDM?
So when I was in high school, I actually was on the journalism staff at our newspaper. So I was kind of in between nursing and journalism, but I definitely think switching from nursing to journalism was the right thing to do.
Now you're heavily involved in journalism. On campus, you're also on the lacrosse team. That's a big part of your life. Can you tell me a little about your experiences with the team?
Yeah, so I joined my sophomore year because that's when the team was created. And, you know, I think it's helped me really become who I am. I played in high school as well, and I didn't think that I would play in college again, but it was definitely a good decision for me.
You're very heavy on athletics. You're covering sports a lot with the Collegian, the AUTV 20. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit how you've been kind of throwing yourself into sports and what you plan on doing with that.
Yeah, so sports, I always have had a passion for sports. I grew up, you know, watching football and hockey and things like that. So sports has just always been something that I've been interested in.
And you have an internship right now in sports. Tell me about that.
Yep, so I have an internship with the OH Report. They're a broadcast company out of Mansfield, and they cover high school sports. So what I've been doing, I started in January, and so I go to like basketball games, and I track stats, and then I would write like a little recap after the game, and I also interview coaches and players. Right now, they're working with high school baseball and softball, so I've been going to softball and baseball games and doing the same thing.
It's been really hard for people to find internships recently, you know, with COVID. What's kind of advice for finding those opportunities around in the area and afar? Like, how did you find your internship?
I actually found it through an email that I received from like the journalism department that the owner of the company was looking for an internship. So I reached out to Dave and asked him, like told him that I was interested in it, and then from there I kind of got my connections and, you know, had a meeting with him and then got it that way.
It sounds like it kind of just fell right in front of you.
Yeah.
I was pretty lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Recently you decided to come back for your MBA next year. You were granted a year of eligibility with lacrosse because of COVID and everything. What made you decide to stay here another year?
I think the biggest reason is that, like, the extra year of eligibility, our season was cut super short last year because of COVID, and I just feel like I didn't get enough time here with lacrosse. So it was definitely a difficult decision. My parents weren't really on board at first because of like money issues and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they were like, you know, it's your decision. Like, you have to do what's best for you. So I really think that staying here an extra year is good for me with lacrosse and education-wise.
Yeah, that's great. And obviously you're going to be making memories next year too, but the 3-4 years you've been here, what has been your favorite part of Ashland, and what's a great memory that you're going to take away from this?
Yeah, so I love Ashland. I think it was the best decision I've ever made. I think if I would have went to Alabama, which is a school that's like 13 hours from home, it would have been, I think I would have had fun, but I think it would have been hard not being able to go home, like, because it's only 3 hours here, so it's not too bad. But I would say the people here have made a huge impact on me. I also think lacrosse has been a huge deal too. I don't know, I wouldn't have had all the experience that I've had, you know, traveling and going places that I probably never thought I would be. So definitely just the people and being able to go places that I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was somewhere else.
Well, Jordann, thanks again for coming in and talking to me today. We all wish you the best in your future.
Thank you.
This has been another special edition of the Eagle's Eye. Be sure to follow us across social media at AUTV20. I'm Evan Laux. Thanks for watching.